Hey guys, welcome back to the Shipmate YouTube channel. This week we're going to tell you all about how to write a great product description to get more eyes on your products. So guys, regardless of where you're selling, whether it's Amazon, Shopify, eBay, Walmart, you get the idea. It's really important to focus on the product description. I would say as a seller that there are three main things that people look for when they're looking at purchasing a product. The first is the pictures, the second is the title, but number three is the product description. So you want to make sure you knock that out of the park. And the best way to do it is to follow these tips. So without further ado, let's get started. My first tip is to consider SEO, right? SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it's really important to understand the keywords that people are searching for when they are looking to purchase your product, right? So you want to know, what are those words? What are those words that people type into that search bar that I want my item to show up for? Those are the words you want to focus in on, and you want to make sure that you have a whole bunch of those in your product description. The more, the better. Just don't overdo it where it, deteriorates the quality of your description. But make sure you get a lot of them in there. My next tip is to make sure you outline your unique value proposition. I always talk about unique value propositions because they're really important to every seller, right? What's that thing that makes you stand out from the competition? What's that thing that makes you unique? This is your chance to peacock your product, right? Rough up those feathers and show everybody what makes you different, what makes you stand out, and why should they buy from you? It can be something as simple as you have a size that nobody else has, or you have a different color or pattern, or something that makes you unique, right? But it could be even as big as like you've created an entirely new product that serves an entirely new use case, right? So this is really awesome. My next tip is to make the customer imagine themselves using that product or item, right? The best way to convince somebody to buy something is to make them visualize themselves using it, right? To make them imagine how much better their life will be with that product, or how much cooler they're going to look, or so they can imagine themselves in there. So I like to put some language in there that helps people, connect with the product and visualize themselves at home. Like, for example, your family will really love our deluxe cookie tray. This will allow you to make delicious treats for your loved ones, right? You can immediately picture yourself using that tray, baking for your family, people enjoying it. It creates that experience, even though you're not able to physically pick up that cookie tray and, check it out. So you want to use the description for that. My next tip is to use caution, right? So you want to sell, right? You want to sell, you want to push that product, you want to pump yourself up, you want to say positive things. You want to make sure to be cautious to not oversell, right? You don't want to make claims that you can't substantiate. You don't want to make people think they're getting something that's better than the thing they are getting, because this will eventually bite you in the way of negative reviews, which will lower your overall ranking and reduce your sales. So, like, for example, I got this long sleeve shirt on, right? It's a pretty nice shirt. I like it. But if I was to be like, this is the warmest shirt in the history of the world, it'll keep you warm even in Alaska, that would probably be a lie, and somebody might buy that thinking, man, I'm going to go on like an Arctic journey in this thing, and that will lead to that negative review. So you want to make sure you're honest when you are giving a review. Don't feel like you have to beat yourself up or say something negative, but make sure you're staying true to the product. My final tip is details, right? If there's a size and you know what that size is, say it, right? People want to know how big something is. People want to know what color something is. Sometimes people want to know what material it is, right? There might be sections for this further down the page, but if one of these is really important to your product, it kind of goes along with that unique value proposition. You want to state it. You want to make sure that the people know what they're getting, they get all the relevant information, and that you get those really important details up front. right? Because sometimes these are the details that make or break a purchase. Because if I'm shopping for, let's say, trash bags, right? I'm not going to buy trash bags if they don't say how many gallons they are, because I might not know if they will fit my trash can, right? That's logical. So it's really important to make sure that all these really important details are present in your listing, because otherwise you might miss out on a potential sale from somebody who's not certain if your product fits their needs. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you could do us a favor, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a share. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers, and we need your help to get there. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week on the Shipmate YouTube channel.